I'm Jonah Ivory, and upcoming we have an interview with Rod Tilton and some highlights. Hey, I'm Jonah. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Tilton, good to see you again. Glad to be here.
Alright, so how are fall sports competing this year?
We're doing well. Cross country has league finals coming up. We have kind of a couple individuals that are looking to qualify for CIF with their times. Field hockey is looking like they're going to make the playoffs, possibly even host a playoff game on Halloween. Water polo is going to apply for an at-large. There's a pretty good chance they will make playoffs for the very first time. Football has a huge game coming up against South Hills. We're going to make the playoffs. Hoping to win the league championship on Friday night. Girls golf team, the team came in second place and qualified for CIF as a team. And then Jaden Gonzalez as an individual qualified to go on to CIF. Volleyball won another league championship, their fourth in a row. They'll be headed to the playoffs again on Halloween. Will be their first game. Their last 40 years, they've won Palomar's league championship every year. They're actually 38-1 in league play the last 4 years. They're doing very well.
So, football has been the lone sport with any type of media coverage. Are there any other plans to sort of boost?
Yeah, we're kind of at the mercy of the newspaper. They went from 36 writers down to 12, so they really rely on our coaches posting their scores. And then the website that we have for Glendora High School, when the coaches post them there, it goes to the Tribune, and so they usually cut and paste and put those on there. So the more the coaches post their scores, the more our students and parents retweet that stuff, the more the Tribune will get that out there.
So how do we raise funding to support our teams, and how can the public help support our teams?
All of our fundraisers are put on the high school website, the district website of approved fundraisers, and every sport is on their own, and they all have their different traditions that they have, whether letter writing or a calendar for boys basketball, girls basketball tournament, boys basketball tournament, boys soccer's having a tournament this year, and some ads for the program. So every sport is responsible for their own, and they all have their own traditions on there to do that.
So how do you handle academics and sports together?
Well, we try to reach out to the kids, and a lot of the coaches do a great job of doing like grade checks on them, knowing going into the season who's eligible, of course, and who is borderline being eligible, and the coaches follow up with them. I try to call them in and talk to them as much as I can, and making sure they're taking care of the academics, because as soon as those fall, then they will be out. But for the most part, talking to other ADs around the area, our athletes do a very good job of keeping their GPAs up.
So, did you play any sports in high school, Mr. Tilton?
Football and baseball I played. I would say I was on the sophomore basketball team, but I really didn't play sophomore basketball. But football and baseball for sure.
What position did you play in football?
I was a corner and receiver, and then I played center field for baseball.
So a lot of the equipment used has to be purchased by the students, so how do we handle that if they're a little bit economically disadvantaged?
What the coaches do is they put together a list of items that are essential to the sport, and then a list of optional items. Like a polo shirt for football would be an optional item. You don't need that to play football. And then the boosters would pick up the cost of anything for a student who couldn't afford for the basics. But if they wanted a polo or something extra, a sweatshirt, they would have to purchase that on their own. But the booster clubs always take care of the kids that are having a hard time with that.
So if you wanted to be a coach for a sport again, what sport would it be?
That's a tough one. I really enjoyed my 7 years as the head softball coach. Maybe that's because I was the head. But I think my funnest time was coaching football, just because the team, the staff becomes so much like a family because you spend so much time together year round. And so most likely football, I would think.
So what's your favorite sport to play outside of school?
I would go with golf, because all the other sports I really can't play anymore. We don't really have a 50 and under football team to go play for.
I'm sure you can find out the lesson.